All right, welcome to another day of Ether Raids. We're taking on a another rematch here. Man, I'm getting absolutely battered on defense. I think it's like minus 200 now. Is it really 200? First one, second one, then there's another one after. Yeah, it's definitely a minus 200 and something. It's interesting how the same defense that did so well 2 weeks ago is now just getting absolutely destroyed. From what I've seen so far, a lot of it has been down to Heimdallr. What am I saying? Allfather, creepy old man. The status effects that he is able to basically give out for free to everyone. It's really just boosting the power of every unit that is being attacking into my defenses, both player phase and tanking strategies. I saw the most crazy thing. Someone used a what's his name again? He's from Engage, one of the 6 clan. Someone used that summer clan and tanked my defense with it, a +10 summer clan. And I just had to give it up, man. That was insane. It was just Summer Clan, pair up, and Alfador, stat penalties, stat bonuses and stuff. The reason why it worked actually was that I was like, this would not have, even though he was buffed up and everything, it would not have worked if they did not have, which was, I guess, good planning on their part, if they didn't have Ather. So they had dosage, which prevented my Nurgle from stealing their bonuses because I was able to get an attack off, and that would have stolen all of the bonuses that Allfather gave clan, and then he would have just died because he would have lost his speed check to Ryoma or something. But yeah, dosage is still a very powerful status. It's interesting that Ather, being an armored unit, how does Mythic as well, how does that, fall into, or how does that pair with Alfador? Is this something that we can do now, like have her try to potentially Omni-Tank? Granted, I'm not like the biggest fan of slow Omni-Tanks in general. Like I prefer speedy ones like, Fjorm and Ascended Fjorm and Ice Stripe Fjorm, and the new Corrin is going very well as I'm setting it up here. I like this new Corrin as well, so I don't know, but it's interesting to think about the dosage status effect in itself. I think it's aging fairly well because we're probably, I wonder if it works against that Vanitas. Well, it doesn't work against, it doesn't work in the cases against Loki, so I doubt it will work against Vanitas. And then the same applies with Dimitri. So if Valentine's Dimitri attacks into someone with a dosage effect, it just removes it. So it's not like, because it's not stealing, it's just removing. So I guess there's a clause there. So it's interesting to see, like, if Ather ever gets another ult, maybe some type of ranged tank capacity. It'll be interesting to see how that works, because I think the dosage effect is actually going to be pretty integral in the future of the game as we get even more status effects that apply styles now with the latest Ike that we've just gotten. Another one that gives out a style that's a distant counter, which we just got Valley that's giving out distant counter. I was just got it. Oh, here you go. It's the style effect. So there was really no reason to pull on that banner. But I mean, there are differences there, and it's good to have alternatives. Just looking at who has the thing again here, but we're gonna. Should I take out this Freya? Miracle. I'm kind of concerned about someone getting danced and then Corrin getting outsped by the frozen effect. I don't know. Maybe it's not something I should be worried about. Maybe it won't happen, but I don't know. Checking the ranges here. I feel like this should be simpler than what I'm doing right now. I shouldn't have to do this much work to get this to work. I'm just trying to tank. But part of it is really just me not believing in my units. I'm pretty sure Corrin can just tank this, or I probably could even tank it with Marth here. I'm just being a bit of a crying baby here, not trying to actually do it. But I don't know. Let's test out the. Let's buff her up and then send her back up there and get it going again. But yeah, even with the new units that we have now, giving out distant counter for free, distant counter and close counter for free, in quick succession too. I was like, they could have probably spaced it out a bit more, but then the book is over, and it's kind of one of the main things that we've been missing for the entirety of this year. The ability to have just the counterattack from whatever range. It was desperately needed this year, and at the end of the book, they just give it to us back to back as a status effect and as a style. So I don't know. What does that mean for the new book that's coming out? Is there going to be something else that we're going to need for the entire book, and then they're just going to starve us of it until the end of the book? Is this a trend that they're... I don't know. I'm just pointing something out that was really annoying, and now that it's here, it's kind of like, man, I could have used this 6 months ago. Don't really need it so much right now, especially since you're giving it to me so freely, you know. But yeah, new units OP. Let's start with I want to say, I haven't seen anything with Vanitas yet. I'm planning on summoning. I just need to get some orbs. How much I got 40. I get 70. What's that? 110. Corn doing the work here. 110. I would need about 50 more. Okay. Yeah, so I just need a bit more orbs, and then I'll probably spark Vanitas if I don't get it. My luck is terrible. I'll probably just spark Ike, to be honest, because I could use an Omni tank, especially the fact that he can just go out there and he doesn't have a weapon condition. Insane, right? He doesn't actually have, from what I've seen, doesn't have a weapon condition, which makes him a little bit more difficult, like, to deal with, like, especially if you were to put him on defense, which I'm sure that a lot of people will do, because he feels like the missing piece for that extra slot, because he does the distant counter thing, and the distant counter thing was the thing that was needed for that unit to go into that extra slot, because whoever went into that slot needed to be bulky enough to survive and have the ability to counterattack whatever range threat was going to attack into them, and he fits both of those builds. Alternatively, it would have meant that you couldn't have put a ranged unit there, because they would have just died because can't counterattack. But now we have Valley, and Valley can kind of fill that role since she has the miracle thing and she's very difficult to outspeed. So Valley kind of fit that role, and now we have Ike, who definitely fits that role to fit into that extra summoning hole. So you can just put him in there with cancel control, or what's that ring? Celica ring. Like, it's not the most needed ring on most of your units these days. So you put it in there on him, he can just pop up on turn 3, warp out there, and smack someone. So that's definitely a great option that I'm more than likely going to use. So yeah, I'm looking forward to summoning for that. And he's... did I really want to start with him? Well, I'm already talking about him, so let's just continue. I really want to get this Ryoma off the map. Ryoma is really good. Like, still really good. The only problem is he gets outsped, and sometimes he just does 0 damage, but he's still very, very good. I wish I had some more merges on mine. Oh, maybe I should give him Arch Rival, but then... let's pass. Ike is a good unit. He is a lot better than I thought he would be. I was kind of like, you know, Brave Ike was, what, 10 years ago? I was kind of like, there's no way they could make him good. And he's actually good. I was expecting him to be somewhere around Emblem Ike level, just a little bit more, but he is way better than, I want to say, even Alencia. Way better than Alencia. The duo Alencia that we got. Is it duo or harmonic? I forget. But he's definitely the best Omni tank in the game now. Let us begin. Primarily because no HP condition, you can buff him up and just send him out there and he will survive. You can give him the Celica ring, he'll go out there, he'll kill something, he'll survive. for the rest of the match, pretty much. Like, from the matchups that I've seen, he's very hard to take down, and that only becomes more difficult with like stat increases. So Ather Raids is definitely the best game mode for him because he can get those stat increases from the mythics. So you're looking at the HP pool, you're looking at the defense and res, and it's just going to make him even more difficult to take down. I don't really understand the speed condition that he has, something about it needing to be 30 speed, whatever that's about, but I don't really care if he hits once or 3 times. I just need him to survive, pretty much. As long as he can survive, it increases the likelihood of your opponent timing out, which was something that we had a lot back in the Brave Alphons, like right after Brave Alphons came out. A lot of teams, a lot of your opponents would time out in Ether Raids because, or Arena, Ether Raids, Summoner Duels. Playing against Brave Alphons right after he came out was very difficult because of how bulky he was, and you usually would end up timing out or just failing to kill or just having to surrender because you couldn't kill Alphons. And this Ike gives me a lot of shades of that. Plus, as opposed to Alphons, whose biggest problem was that he couldn't kill anything because he couldn't double, this Ike can hit 2, maybe 3 times. He can probably double. And sometimes just the 1 hit is enough for him to KO. So he has the damage output to actually make it work. And I'm actually I'm really looking forward to using him on defense, offense, everywhere pretty much. I'll probably put him out there as a partner with Sita just so I can get back into SD because I really just want to get over this whole Camilla thing. And he seems to do fairly well against Camilla. It took her quite a bit to take him out. Even when he was like buffed up with a ton of status effects, Camilla was still, from the matchups that I saw from the Oblivion stream, Camilla was still failing to take him out, which I thought was very impressive. So yeah, definitely looking forward to picking up a copy of that Ike. It's going to be... Ether Raids is about to become way more difficult and annoying to play through because there was 1 or 2 units that actually took him out, and then he tied with Valencia. I don't have Valencia. A lot of it is going to be about special manipulation or special decharging, or him just not being able to get his special off because, you know, I don't have the Tharja, the attuned Tharja that neutralizes specials. I don't have the Freya, who also neutralizes specials. So is that the thing that we're going into? Is that the new meta now? No one can trigger specials because specials are too OP. Specials are OP again. Remember at the beginning of the year when specials didn't even matter because Neathogger made you do less damage if you triggered a special? We're reversed on that, where it's flipped. The book has flipped on its head again, and specials are back in vogue.
Need anything?
But it's great to see it back. Comet, some preferential specials, like the one that Ike has, I believe. That's a perf special, doing a ton of damage with the numbers. Yeah. It's so interesting because it's not something that I even considered that would come back in the capacity that he has come back in terms of it just being so. I think a lot of it has to do with the fact that the snakes are, I don't want to say they fell off. Is it really fall off, or is it that they're just no longer in the meta because Black Knight was just so much better? Because if the snakes have reflex damage, they're still, viable in terms of being able to survive things. I think that's a really great partnership. It's just that it's kind of more difficult for them to survive things now. But I mean, with any armor, you can build them to tank. It's definitely possible, and I think it's still possible with the snakes as well. But I guess it just takes a bit more work, and when you have a unit that's already built like BK, then why not just use them instead? So, is this a 99? We're definitely losing the red strike here, Rhea. But yeah, it's good to see specials back and doing numbers. Yeah, I didn't like the meta where we just weren't able to use our damaging specials. Specials are such a big part of the game, and then to just remove it from the equation altogether, you're basically not only removing the special and the damage, you're also removing voice lines, entire quotes that the characters would say when the special is proc. So I never really liked that idea of removing that altogether, because it felt like you lost so much by doing that, you know? But
I'm with you.
yeah, this match is done. Let's move on to the next one. GG's. Okay, here we go. Got an easy one here, so I'm just gonna bot this, try to get some points back, because like I said, I'm down to like minus 200 or something. It's not showing minus 200 on the report when I go to check it. It only shows like 150 something. But there's another one there, and I'm pretty sure there's one more day left, so it might go up to like minus 250 or something, which I guess is okay, because it's because of how high my team scores for Astra season. I can at least make tier 38, which is a good thing, because it's the only reason that I can run off-season mythics. On not even just the mythic, but the legendary Black Knight as well. But it's still fire season, but I'm not running Heimdallr, and it's a big score hit, so because I scored this well is the only reason that I can do this. But yeah, anyways, let's see how things go. Tomorrow, like I said, it's the last day, Monday, or Sunday into Monday, and then we're going to be fully into the new Ike meta. Ike, well, I mean, what is his position in Light and Dark season? Is he going to be able to tank there because of Ather? I guess it probably doesn't matter, since, you know, all you need to do is hit him hard enough. Well, I don't know. It's something to consider, I guess, because he does have the ability to just go up and just not care about support, but then you can just go around him if you build your defense properly. You can go around him and snipe somebody else and get the KO that way. And then with Ather as well, the assigned decoy, I feel like it's even more valuable now. Where he inflicts that as a negative, that can just spill onto someone else, and then you can get a KO that way if someone's not paying attention. So I think tanking strategies are not back yet in Light and Dark season, because Ather is so... he counters that playstyle so well still, that it doesn't necessarily, like, even though you have a fantastic unit that's great at tanking, it doesn't necessarily mean that you can use them and just like shut your brain off, which was where we were when, you know, saves first came out. We could just shut our brains off and not care, but we're not at that stage yet, back at that stage yet, and I think that's a good thing, despite how powerful Ike appears to be, or is, because, you know, I've seen the numbers and it looks fantastic. What does it mean? What does Light and Dark season mean for Lyn? I guess it depends on the saves that are used, and I'm pretty sure BK will still be there. She kind of destroys him. Although I guess it can be close depending on the partnerships, but yeah, she does big numbers there. Rhea, what does it mean for Rhea? Man, how hard would Rhea have to hit her back to make, like, how do you stop, since Lyn is able to take out BK, like, how do you counteract? A lot of it is the arch rival and the style. You can't really do anything about the style. It's not a special or anything, so you can't really shut it off with low key or anything like that. Yeah, Lyn seems like the best option. And I already wasn't struggling for nukes in Light and Dark season. I had nukes, so that was not a problem. So Lyn is just one more. But here we go. This one was quick. We're going to play another match here. Let's see what we get. Okay, we got another easy one. It's back-to-back here. Although, I don't know, this is probably something that you could mess up just because of Heimdallr being there. Like I said, I still haven't really figured out that condition where you can attack the save or something. But yeah, we're gonna go up here and bot this and get the pots as well. But yeah, Lyn seems like a great nuke for Light and Dark season. At least in Astra Anima, Heimdallr is there to potentially prevent her from attacking for that first combat where she activates the style effect. So, you know, maybe that can slow her down as an option, but there's nothing really like that in Dark season. So you gotta just hope that your bar save can survive, but it's kind of difficult with the feud effect. So I don't really see a way to stop Lyn. At this moment, I'm probably just not being creative enough. Aside from, like, she's a Cav, so you try to slow her down that way, but, you know, she has 3 ranges. She doesn't really care about the terrain effects, which is so annoying. So it's good that we have another unit that can do that. It's kind of interesting that she's stolen Celica's niche, Summer Celica. Is this enough time for another unit to have it? I guess it's okay. I mean, they gave out the 2-style pretty quickly from Byleth to Ryoma. That was pretty quick, so I guess it's okay. I haven't really found a use for my Summer Celica either, so she's also just sitting on the bench. But this Lyn seems far more potent in terms of damage output, so I guess that's definitely an upgrade, in my opinion. I don't know, man. I can't really think of a way to stop her right now. Which is kind of problematic because I like to run Larather as my save. That's something that I'm going to probably have to click on and try to get something done there to try to... Or maybe we just don't use saves anymore. I mean, it is possible now that Valley is there, so everyone kind of has this encounter, which would kind of mean that everyone would have to tank for themselves, but that kind of just gives free range to whoever. But does it really matter? Because once the save is dead, you're going to have the opponent is going to have the free reign to attack whoever they want anyway. So there's nothing really stopping Lyn from doing that. I don't know, man. Something to figure out. Maybe the new... But man, can you believe it's already December? It's already... The year is over. It's crazy.
Give the order.
The year just started and it's already done. But yeah, Christmas banner, maybe there'll be something crazy there. But no, I was thinking that maybe there'll be something on the new heroes banner that we'll get in a couple of days. Something there that will help out defense for Dark Season to slow down this Lyn. But I doubt they'd release a counter so quickly. But then also, because it's the new Mythic, what would it be? I don't know what it would be, light or dark. I don't see it being Anima or Astra because they just got stuff. So it has to be light or dark, right? But then Valley, so I'm guessing maybe a light Mythic. But the last one, Rune, was like I said this before. But it's probably going to be something there. And it being a light Mythic doesn't help defense. So I don't know. Maybe there'll be a new skill or something that will help out against the Lyn. But maybe it's too soon to be asking these questions. Or maybe you have to play into the arch rival because the armor effective damage with Marth there, or run Surveillance Shield on whoever your save is so that she doesn't get the arch rival support. There's an idea. So that increases dual Marth, his value. But then yeah, I think that's probably the best. Like Hector, OG Brave Hector, since he has the neutralized armor effective thing. But you're not using him as a save these days. So I don't know, maybe that's what we'll have to do. Prevent her from getting the arch rival, which is the thing that allows her to get so much damage reduction. And also, boosted damage as well. So that's probably something that we can look into, but she's pretty strong, man. That Lyn is really strong. And not a lot of things to stop her. Gonna be summoning on the banner soon, probably after I'm done recording this actually. I have 110 orbs, just need a few more to get to 1 spark. Hopefully I get all 3 of the units, and I can call it a day there.
Give the order. Yeah,
that's the goal. That is the hope. Got the better Shez here to close things out. Don't at me. He's not that good. GG's.